Hello, guys. Welcome back to your mic. Oh, wait. Anyway,
Rayia forgot her mic.
hello, guys. Welcome back to Squawk Talk. I'm your host, Rayia, and today I'm joined with Larissa and Maddox to talk about independent study. So, what are your thoughts?
We're about halfway through the year, so that means halfway through my independent study. So far, I've thought it's been pretty good. You know, sometimes you get some work to do, but all in all, I really enjoy all the work that I'm doing.
I agree. I like all the work. I like being an independent study person or kid, and I just like everything about it, honestly.
Yeah, I would have to agree with both of you.
I think that getting to just be in the independent study, obviously,
Such a privilege.
looking
really.
at colleges, you know, it's a huge privilege to be able to put down like I am being trusted to work on this kind of stuff. You know, it's a higher level than what you can usually do in a high school.
I agree. I mean, my future is not going to like deal with anything involving like TV production, but it's still nice to like
Have it.
Yeah, like
it's a really good extracurricular.
and also it's like a teacher trusted me so much that I like was able to be down in his room how many times a day just like working on
5?
projects. Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of its own responsibility. But yeah, no, being down here so much is another perk of it. I'd say I spend half my day down here
I
just working
agree.
on
Yeah,
whatever.
probably more than half of my day down here.
Yeah, no, but there's also, you know, other independent studies I've seen, but I think out of all of the ones that I've seen and heard of, I think that this is my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I don't know what any other independent study does.
I know that
Just, like,
there's
work,
a
like
physics
like
one.
physical work.
There used to be a photography one, but it no longer exists
There's a
because of technicalities.
There's a Calc 3, or not Calc, Chemistry 3.
Chemistry 3 is
Yeah.
no longer an independent study, actually. It's now just a normal
Oh.
class.
No.
Yep, they just
Wow.
made it. They just because it was so popular, kids just turned it into a normal class. Yeah, but I can't think of any other independent studies off the top of my head.
Yeah,
But really, this is the one where whenever
this
I
is like
think of
the most
independent
popular
study,
one.
Yeah.
this is the one where I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what I want to do. And
Yeah.
that's partially because this is what I'm doing in my future career. This is what interests me. So it's really just something I really value.
I feel like part of the reason, like, I feel like because there are so many kids doing a Swanson independent study, like, for film and, like, TV production, I feel like it makes some teachers think, like, oh, all that they do is, like, sit around because there are so many kids there.
yeah.
Like, the other day I asked a teacher if I could go down to Swanson's because we were, like, done with everything, and she was like, no. Swanson sends down emails not to send kids down at any time of the day. And I was like, okay, well, I'm an independent study. And it was just like the end of the conversation. Like she like still didn't let me go, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah, no, I think it puts you at a different place. And that's another thing that I like about independent study is it puts you at a higher level
Yeah, it
of
gives you like a superiority complex.
well,
Yeah,
well,
I
yeah,
agree.
obviously there's the superiority, but it's also like there's a reason for the superiority.
Yeah.
There's a reason that you have to be down here sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think that teachers, you know, they have to respect that. And I spend a lot of my day down here because I need to for whatever work I'm doing. Right now I'm doing photographs for the yearbook. You know, so I'm down here all the time. I'm in people's classrooms all the time, taking pictures, trying to get that stuff worked out for the yearbook. Stay tuned for that. Yearbook will be coming out at the end of the year. What about you guys? What have you guys been working on in independent study recently?
Not a lot.
Yeah. I feel like for my independent study period, I've just been working on like the
Scripts.
stuff for
Yeah.
his class. So it's just kind of, it still works out because I would be so behind if I
Yeah.
didn't even
Yeah,
have
I
it.
already have
The extra
my
time.
individual projects done. I did debates for it, so I don't really have to do any of that. But
Yeah, that's the other thing that's so useful about it is there's such a broad category that your independent projects can fit
Oh, yeah.
into.
you can literally
You
do
can
like
do,
anything.
you know, generic videography. You can do debates. You can do photographs. Has been something that I've thought of. I've done an essay for mine.
Yeah,
I've seen people do podcasts.
You can do like a slideshow, like on Google Slides, so that's nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all just like really interesting, really like variable. It's something that like last year, if I knew I could do it like this, I would have wanted this so much more.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
I agree. Something I like about being an independent study is whenever younger kids are like, hey, Mr. Swanson, I need your help. I'm like, don't worry. I can take care
I
of
got
it.
you.
And I
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
do it. And I'm like, wow, like, I'm just so proud of myself. Like, I'm an independent study, and I can solve problems. Like, it's just nice.
It was nice.
Just recently, I had Gibbon come in and ask me to help out with a green screen effect. and figuring out the color keys on that. So yeah, no, it's fun to just be able to be like, show other people the stuff that I was learning just like a couple years ago, the basics of the Premiere editing kind of stuff. It's all really fun. Yeah.
It is really fun.
It's like you would think that this class would be easy, just making silly videos, but you learn so much. Like the video that Kaden made, like that's like using everything that we've learned.
Yeah.
Like against Mr. Swanson, but still like like he still like knows so much, and we all know so much. Even if you're like not editing, like I know Nessa doesn't edit the videos I do, but she knows so much about like the whole entire class.
Yeah,
it's just really smart.
Even whenever we aren't working on something, like me and Caden, like our group will still just be like, we're gonna make like this little 1-day video, and we're just gonna put it out like today, and it's just gonna be like what we do for the day, and that's really fun. I know that in years prior, that's how they used to do the news shows. They would just like have 1 day, and they put the whole thing together that day. Can't really do that anymore, rip. But it's fun. But that is another thing, is like editing the news shows. That's a really big part of the independent study, I think.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And going off of what you said about learning things, like it's not even just learning how to do things. Like I watch movies in a completely different way than I used to.
Oh my gosh,
because
me too.
Donald Swanson taught me media literacy skills.
Yeah, I did a whole essay on the color theory of a movie
Yeah,
recently.
that's like one of my favorite forms of
it was I feel like once you start putting stuff into words, like in an essay, it changes the movie also. Because like, I don't know, I have like these really vague ideas, and then I'm like, okay, I have to write these down for this project. And then I do, and I'm like, whoa. Like, that's really different. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's kind of eye-opening.
Like before Halloween, I was watching Beetlejuice, and I was like, oh, everything is red right here. Wonder what's going to happen. And I just think it's really like crazy. Like his class like changed everything for me, like in TV and film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Swanson.
It's kind of peeling back the layers. You get to see what's going on. And then I mean, you have to focus on Swanson as an actual individual. I don't think that the class would be the same with a different teacher.
Yeah,
yes, I agree.
Swanson, you really make independent study what it is.
Yeah,
We love you.
Swanson, give me bonus points for saying this.
Yes.
We're saying good stuff about you on live television. Give us bonus points.
Yeah.
Me saying these good things is just my independent study project for this 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Swanson.
He told us we would be done with our project if we just said a whole lot of good stuff about him on
Yeah.
here.
And he said that if no one talks about him being bald, then like extra bonus points. So like, let's just not even bring it up
You
that he's
mentioned
bald.
it.
Larissa.
Well, bald is
Not
the
in a
new-
negative
Bald is the
connotation.
new long hair. So like,
Truth.
All right, but
Back to Swanson.
But yeah, I mean, his actual like way of teaching the class, I think, is like a very like, I'm getting to learn to do stuff because I want to learn to do stuff.
Yes.
I'm getting to learn what I want to in the independent study. I think that's what a good independent study in any kind of class should be, is really just honing in on what you want to learn, and it's something that eventually we'll probably like get more of in later education, but we're kind of lucky to in a high school setting.
I feel like his class is kind of like how college courses are. Like, if you pay attention and you want to learn what we're doing, you're going to learn. But if you're just going to go to the class to say that you went to the class, then you
Bare
can...
minimum.
Yeah, then you can survive. But if you, like, want to thrive in his class, then you just do what you know needs to be done, which I like.
Yeah, no, I think that's really like, that is it. There's a bare minimum, but you can really go above and beyond if you actually like want to push yourself there.
Yeah.
Like, I know I have some friends that are like, I took the class from Mr. Swanson, which, like, that's understandable. I know so many people do, but, like, I want to learn. I like learning his class. I like doing things in his class. So, like, I really know what to do. I'm really, like, I don't know. I really like everything involving it.
And just recently, I kind of had a little bit of a breakthrough with lighting. That's something that I realized I should probably focus on way more in my projects. With like, it's just out of frame here, but we have a light right here. You guys can probably tell it on the background.
And he's glowing from
Yeah,
it.
I'm absolutely stunning over here. Any other comments from you guys?
Nope.
Rayia, I know that you didn't have media lit with us, okay? And like you didn't take it the same year that we took it. So like, do you feel like that you're like missed out on anything?
In the beginning I did, but I picked up on those skills pretty quick. So
I know that you had a lot of friends to like have your
yeah.
back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's all the time we have today, folks. Thank you. See you next time.